Alright, it's time to redo my nails today. As you can see, using dry, crusty cuticles. So what I'm going to do is I'll file this down, and then I'll take some cotton ball saturated with acetone, put them on top of my nails, and then wrap them with aluminum foil, which will help it soak off. And if you let it soak long enough, it'll literally all come off together. If you take it off too early, then it's kind of gummy. So stay tuned.
Alright, you see the little white spots. I have filed it down. So then I will apply the cotton.
Okay, so now I have the aluminum foil and cotton balls soaked with acetone. I just use this one. And then just rub it. Use the aluminum foil. And there we go. A little bit of gumminess is still on there. You just take the aluminum foil and just rub it. And it should gently remove it. Okay, and I've done my first finger. Now I have still a little bit left on my middle finger. I'll go to my thumb. And just rub it off there. Depending on how thick this is too. Takes a little while to come off. So I may have to soak it a little longer, of course. You don't want to scrape because then you'll take the top layer of your nail polish off. So, see, it's still gummy. You can see there's still some gumminess on my thumb. So, I will soak it a little longer and I'll be right back.
Okay, now it's all been removed. It was super hassle because I should have filed my nails down further to get more into the dip powder that I've put on, and this is the dip powder that I use. It gives me some thickness and some more strength to my regular nails because they're super thin. I've had years that I have worn acrylic nails, so they kind of had damaged my nail beds, and I need them thicker because they're super thin. They're super thin, they're not that strong. If I was just to apply regular shellac polish, which I have done in the past, they're just not hard enough, and if I like hit something, they actually will bend, and then they will actually break right here at the this nail bed area, and that's not fun. Okay, so I currently have cuticle softener. I've applied that on there, and I will push my cuticle nail beds so that I can have a fresh, clean nail palette. And after I push my cuticle nail beds...
Alright, I'm back. I pushed my cuticles back. Sorry, my hands look really old and dry right now because they are. The acetone that I put on here to remove the dip, it does dry your hands up. So I did push back a little bit, and I use these two. I'll use the cuticle nipper here, cuticle pusher. I actually have a kit here that I got at the beauty supply store. It has multiple attachments on there. And so I just use these two for now. And what I do is I lightly push at it. I do not push that hard on it, because as I said, I don't want to damage my nail bed. And I do have this pusher here. My daughter gave me this little nail kit. Has all the little necessities in here that I can use. So next I will lightly buff it. Here is my nail file. It's just a block file, and you just want to lightly buff on top of your nails to remove any oil that you have on your nails, so that when you do apply the base for the dip, it can adhere to your nails and it will not lift. So this is what I'm going to do for right now, and I'll be back.
Push back the cuticles, shape my nails a little, and what I'm going to go do is wash my hands and put some cuticle on and let it sit there for a little bit, and then I'll go back in with alcohol to dry my nail beds one more time. And when I come back, I'll just do one nail to show you the process, and then I'll complete the rest of it later. Alright, I put some natural virgin coconut oil on my hands, and I'm letting the oil saturate my hands for now. Ooh, look how beautiful they are. Alright, welcome back. So I have prepped my nails, and I'm getting ready to dip my nails, but first you must use the the prep. You prep your nails first. And what I'll do is I'll take a brush with some alcohol and take the coconut oil that I rubbed on my nails, take that off. I'm only going to do one finger and then I'll finish the rest later. So just let that dry. And put that on. Once you have applied the alcohol, that way it takes off the oil off your nails, you're going to take the number 1 prep and just put it on there. Doesn't have to be neat. Just go ahead and move that to the side. Open up your container, the dip powder. I use Creation. And this is, what color is this one? Natural. Natural. You're going to take your step number 2, which is your base. And make sure when you put this on that you're painting it like polish, because if you get it on the outside of your cuticles, well, it's going to, the powder, once you dip the powder in, it is also going to be anywhere you have applied this. So what I like to do is just apply it first at the tip. First at the tip here. You want to make it really clean so you don't have to go back and clean up anything. Okay. So then you're going to dip your finger into the dip powder at an angle. Make sure that's all covered. Bring it out and slowly tap on the sides. Make sure you're not hitting that. I like to make sure that the powder is saturated on the nail. Let it sit there for a little while. And then, after it sits for a little bit, you want to lightly dust it off. And I just put it back over the container here. Okay. And then repeat. So you take your number 2, your dip base, and you're going to apply it all over your nail. Make sure you don't apply so much that it's just dripping everywhere, because like I said once before, it's going to, anywhere that you apply this, the powder is going to pick up on it, and then you're just going to have a total mess. Go around the edges nice and neatly. It's not going to dry yet. Alright, and then you're going to dip your finger at an angle and tap on the sides there. Alright, once the powder has sit for a little bit, you don't want to wait too long, just dust it off. And now you're going to apply the last step, which is your activator, which is step 3. And you're just going to put it on there. And what it does is it hardens up the powder. Well, it's like an acrylic, which just is a lot more easier. I think acrylic is a lot more harder for me, only because I am not professional. I don't have a professional license in it, so I don't know the actual steps to do it. So once you apply that activator on there, let it sit there and dry for a little bit. What you do is file. Just going to file a little bit around the edges here, very lightly.
Okay, once you have lightly buffed on there, just take your block brush and smooth it out to give you a smooth palette to work with. And I only put 2 coats on because once you remove this, it's going to be very difficult if you have so many layers put on there. So just 2 layers is good enough for me. It actually makes my nails super hard when you add the shellac and everything on top of that. Bless me. Alright, so then you're going to take the number 3 activator again, since you've already lightly buffed on it, and you'll reapply it just to make sure that the dip powder is coated and has a nice layer on there. Okay?
Alright, to pop my colors out, this is a white gel polish by Shellac, and I'll apply it on my nail. Not a thick coat, just want to do a light one. Don't want it to run. Alright. I know I do take a long time on my nails, but it's like therapy for me, and I love to do it. So I can spend all day on my nails, make sure that my cuticles are pushed back and clean. Plus, I'm doing other things. I'm on Facebook or talking, you know, to my husband or playing with the dogs. Eating, of course. Gotta eat something. So it takes me some time. But I make sure that for a planner, I make sure that I don't plan to do anything the day that I do my nails. I try to do it every payday. And I make sure that that is cleaned off. And then I'll put it in my OPI machine here for 60 seconds. These are the colors that I'm going to use today. It's an inspiration of a rainbow color, so I am going to do this. These 3 colors right here will be the middle nail that I'm showing you, and I'll be right back. Actually, I decided to use this yellow and green from Shellac, combine them on my middle finger, since I will have 6 colors all together and only have 5 fingers, so I'm just gonna use these 2 for the middle finger. Alright, so I'm gonna two-tone this, and I'll start with the yellow here. And it's kind of neonish, I guess. I'm just going to apply that on the side. And I'll put the green on the other side. I'm going to take my little tool here, and I'm going to zigzag it here. See that? I'm combining the 2 colors together to give me this design here. Right, I'll let it dry. So I cured the nail, and then I take a cotton ball, or actually, I need to put a top coat on. Getting ahead of myself, and what I'm going to use is the C&D Shellac clear polish. Okay, and then I'll cure that for 60 seconds. Once the product has cured, it is going to be tacky, so you're going to take a cotton swab, preferably lint-free, put some alcohol, rubbing alcohol on there, and just remove that sticky coat that is on top of your nail. And voila. You can touch it. Doesn't even take me long. And I will return with the rest of it. Okay, so the rest of the nails are dipped, and I did forget to apply the foundation on this nail. So hopefully it'll be okay. I'm sure it will be. But you do want to put a base, that way the shellac can adhere to your nails. Right, thank you everyone for watching. Rainbow inspired nails.